YouTube, what is going on? Welcome back to Power Apps University. Today we have a quick video walking through how to set a lookup column value within Power Automate. So before we get into that, I want to quickly explain our setup here today. We're going to be using a few tables, so we're looking at them within a model app here. Our first table is a custom table called colors, and this just holds values of different colors. Our second table we're going to be using is the contact table that holds all of our different people in our system. And then our third table we're using, which is the table we're going to be setting the values in, is a table called People's Favorite Colors. So this is just a two-column table I made. It has a lookup column to the contact table and a lookup column to the color table. So if you're working with Power Automate and Dataverse, this is something you'll run into eventually in your solutions, and it can be a little frustrating at first as it's not super clear within Power Automate what type of value or formatting or syntax to actually set these columns. So take a look at our flow for the demo here. We just have a manually triggered flow, adding a new row to our People's Favorite Colors table. Our lookup columns right away can be identified. We have the column name in our table, and then the related table name right after that in parentheses. So right away you'd think it might be as simple as just going to the table and getting the GUID value either through doing this manually or through dynamic content and then setting it like this, but that will error out and cause some frustration. So what we'll start with is adding the value to set the contact table. And since contact is a system table, it's not going to have a prefix. So the formatting is always just going to be a backslash and then the plural name of the table. And you're going to want the logical name. So if we hop over into the contact table, we click on properties, we can see the logical name here is lowercase contact. We can copy that over to our flow, and then the plural name is going to be with an S. And then you're going to want to open and close parentheses, and then in between these parentheses is where your GUID value is going to go. So if we hop back over to contact and we use Paul, for example, we take that value. And again, this can come manually or through dynamic content. Put that value there, and we are set here. So now if we run this flow, so we successfully added a new row to our table. If we hop back over to the model app, we can see that we have set the contact record for the row, and it's correctly linked to the right contact. Really quick, I can show you what it looks like when we don't. So if we were to just have the GUID value here, we would get a non-descriptive error. So this is an example of if we did not set it correctly. This is the type of error you're going to receive. It's not really descriptive and it doesn't provide any insight on what the issue was, but this specific error is always going to be in regards to an issue in the syntax of setting the lookup column. So we've added our correct formatting back, and now we have to set the value for the colors column. So if we were to go into the colors table here and get properties, advanced options, we can see that the logical name is PRE_colors. So the interesting thing about this is you might have times where your table name was made with a plural name, so we have colors instead of color. So if we were to do this, we add the prefix, we add our backslash, and then we add our parentheses. And if we were to go ahead and grab a color record, for example, so let's do blue and add that back to our flow. And let's give that a quick test. So we can see that we errored out. We know that we got a lookup column issue, and we know that it's most definitely on the colors column. So the problem is that I built this table with its plural name already, so colors instead of color. So it's kind of weird. What you need to do is add a ES in this situation. So it looks a little weird, but that is the plural name of the colors table. And now if we rerun this, we can see that we successfully added a new row. And if we go back to our model app and refresh, we can see we've added both lookup columns for contact and favorite color. So the formatting can be a little weird sometimes. You just have to take into account if your table already has an S at the end, you might need to add that ES. Make sure to add your prefix for any custom tables that you've made, and that is essentially the syntax for setting a lookup column within Power Automate. So again, this was just a really quick video showing you the syntax and formatting of setting lookup columns within Power Automate for both system tables as well as custom tables that you've made. Again, this is going to work with dynamic content across all your flows. Feel free to reach out with any questions in the comments below, and see you in the next video.